And make sure you're dabbing on them haters, dabbing on them haters.
Are you sure about that?
You know, 2017's been quite an eventful year so far. You know, we've had Donald Trump as our president.
China.
We've had Onision going absolutely off the rails. And we've had YouTube acting completely. But today, I've decided will be the day that I finally make a video on the man whose name cannot be kept from anybody's mouth. And that is Mr.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake fucking Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Now, before I go any further into this video, I just want to say that I'm not going to be talking about the history of Jake Paul. I'm not going to be talking about Jake Paul's actions. I'm just going to be talking about Jake Paul as a person and how that affects me, the small YouTuber.
Dabbing on them.
At this point, we all know who Jake Paul is. We all know who he is, what he's about, where he came from, and every single detail that we never actually wanted to know. We know that he's young, we know that he's rich, we know he mooched off his brother for many years on Vine, and now he's here to ruin all our days. Now, without a doubt, when it comes to YouTube, Jake Paul and Team 10 are absolutely a huge threat to the way that YouTube creators live and work. Keeping trends in mind and all, and everything that grows big and grows out of style, there is definitely something to be said about the content that comes out of Jake Paul's channel. If I had to describe him in one word, it would be talentless. As I said before, Jake's mooched off his brother Logan for many years on Vine, and then when Vine died, Disney put him on in their show, and from there, he came to YouTube.
This meme fucking sucks.
Honestly, when this entire story started to blow up, I was going to make a video about both Logan and Jake as a whole, and I was going to call it Tweedledee and Tweedledum, as if it was one of my Onision videos or something like that, but rest in peace to that entire video, because this has gone too out of control. If it had been the odd thing here and there, like those god-awful songs, I would have made my video, said my piece, and been on my way, but nope. This has gone into probably the biggest story 2017 will ever see YouTube-wise. People like to say, oh, if you don't say anything about it, it'll go away. Oh, if you don't address it, it won't blow up or anything like that. No, it's gone. It's gone too far. We know everything about it. We know we're going to talk about it. So let's just get to the point. Jake Paul is, as I said, pretty talentless, and his appeal is very minuscule and his relevancy as well outside of these stories currently going on. In my meaningless opinion, I feel that Jake Paul's only appeal is A, his Disney connections, and 2, how hype and absolutely absurd he acts in all of his vlogs.
Oh, go! Yeah! Yeah!
That and the fact that he has absolutely no problem putting people's public addresses out there for kids to come find. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call a horrible segue into my next segment, talking about who exactly is a Jake Pauler. And by the way, I will say that it is about as stupid as a name as if I called my fans macaroni princers. But who are the savages? Who are the gods? Who can't be stopped? Who are the Jake Paulers? They're kids. Jake Paul's fan base is strictly kids. I asked my 15-year-old sister who he was, and she had no idea. Even in the Gnome King's interview with one of Jake Paul's neighbors, he described the fans as being
6 to 14-year-old.
That statement, along with that being the only age range I could ever see somebody being able to enjoy even more than a minute of a Jake Paul vlog, that pretty much confirms my suspicion. Never mind, those weren't suspicions, those were absolutely fact.
It's time to stop!
But moving on, seeing that all of his fans are young kids who either saw him on Disney Channel for that Disney Channel flow, or some kid who found Vine and didn't understand what it was and then deleted it but recognized his face. But those are his fans nonetheless. But I will say the biggest problem about Jake Paul's content isn't even just the stunts he's doing. It's not the burning his furniture in his pool. It's not the riding his motorcycle up and down the street. It's not even being a public jerk to all the adults who are just trying to live their normal daily lives while living next to him. It's the fact that Jake's main source of content outside of the everyday bro music videos, it's vlogs. It's all vlogs. But let's talk about vlogs. You know, what are vlogs? I've watched a few vlogs here and there. It's where you film your life. You film what's going on. You film exciting parts of your day. And you know, it's pretty relaxed. It's pretty chill. It's a way to interact with your audience and show them what it's like to live your life. And these vlogs can include things like going out to dinner with your girlfriend, going to see an exciting movie and talking about it after, going to the pier, going to a gaming convention. But for Jake and Team 10, a vlog means 5 or 6 20-year-old men running around the town and acting like 6-year-olds for the sake of a YouTube video that will only be watched by 6-year-olds.
I'm gonna win it. Shut up. Freaking Jake Paulers. Come on.
But you know,
And if a Jake Pauler comes across this and decides to type in the comments, but what about the pranks? The pranks are so hilarious.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up right now. I'm gonna throw up.
The body, like, outside by the pool.
Yo, get me away from this right now. Get away.
Yeah, definitely. Honking your horn at random people walking down the side of the street or jumping off of things or, again, burning furniture in a pool is definitely quality entertainment and gives you a real aspect of what real life is like, and there's no consequence for any of it. My point being is you can't show off a fake reality to people and then expect them to just be like, oh yeah, that's fake. I'm not going to go and try and recreate that in my daily life because I saw Jake Paul do it and he was absolutely fine. What? If you're gonna stand as a role model, then don't act like a child. I'm gonna move on from that portion of the video because I feel like it would just be hypocritical to say really anything else about his content because we all know and we've all heard the stories, we all seen the news clips and everything like that. So I just want to talk about how that affects me personally and how I feel about it as a smaller YouTuber. I started officially regularly uploading content a few months shy of about a year ago, and I'll have a special coming out for that, I promise. I just don't know what it is yet. But I will say that it has been a long grind just to get to almost 150. We're at 145 now. But to see people like Jake just blow up in 6 months and get almost 6 million subscribers, I think, in that time. I don't know his current numbers. At the time I'm editing this, I looked at Jake Paul's channel and it said 8 million subscribers. That's even more depressing than I thought. Now I know, Jake has a Vine background, Jake was on a Disney Channel show, and all these things, so all these fans poured over. So I really shouldn't take it personally, but I honestly do. I tweeted out a little while ago that Jake Paul gave me a panic attack, and that wasn't a joke. At the time, I was watching a Philip DeFranco video, and I just saw how many stories were about him, and how he just continued to grow non-stop, and it was truly scary for me. As a smaller content creator, it's hard to look up to these kind of people and say, yeah, that's the pinnacle of what YouTube should be. That's the idea of what good content is. You know, not somebody who's actually put hours and hours of effort into it. It's somebody who pays somebody else to do the editing and all they have to do is run around and act like an idiot. I've worked very hard to get to the point that I'm at on YouTube, and I've been trying to do my best and put out the absolute best content that I can, but there are some times I freak out and I worry that I'm too late to the punch or that my videos aren't really that interesting or bring anything new to the table.
This meme fucking sucks.
Despite all the jokes and memes, I truly love YouTube. I love everything about it, and I love the true essence of what the site is. YouTube is a site for real people to put up real content. If they fake a storyline, then it's obviously clear, but you don't do it in a vlog. You don't try and mess with people's minds. You don't present the idea of, yeah, we ride motorbikes down the streets, we burn things in our house, we make a muckery for our neighbors. That's not what real life is. That's not real people putting out real things. That's rich Hollywood people showing off their lives. Am I saying that shouldn't be shown on YouTube? No, not at all. Any kind of content is free, and I guess that any kind of content will do. That being said, should Jake Paul stay on YouTube? Not at all. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave a like. It would help out a lot. Just comment down below if you have something to say. Subscribe if you guys are new. Share this video if you think that somebody else would enjoy it. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Keep dabbing on them haters.
I'ma have the bars until the death of me. Woke up on the floor this morning, hardly fits my destiny. Developing addictions, got the recipe for ecstasy, so check it, B. I could take you, babe, I'm talking Chesapeake. Recklessly, driving down the highway, going 73. Speed limit 55, hope them coppers mess with me. I'm done asking for all you fuckers to remember me. But when I die, build an effigy. And I'm the next in line for the throne, that ain't enough. I'm about to take it, plus the necklace and bones, up off whichever pussy